So Baxter and I decided to take an impromptu trip to Austin. I used to live there and just need to kind of get out of the house for a couple of days. There's an event that happens on Sundays, Zilker, that my friend does. So I want to just go and be in it. It's a house music event. So I just want to go be in the park. So Baxter's coming. He's all strapped into his car seat. We just made it to Austin. The place where we're staying, it's an Airbnb, it has a little backyard. So Baxter's enjoying it. He hasn't had a backyard in a while, so it's cute to see him roaming around and having fun and just enjoying it. You're so cute. It took us about 3 hours and some change. There was some traffic outside of Waco and then Temple, so it took a little while, but the event that I'm going to tonight isn't until 6 anyway, so it gives me some time to get him situated and just sit outside. It's nice to have a little private backyard area. Yeah, I sometimes take Baxter to one of his babysitters. He's got a couple because sometimes they're full or they're backed up. I said, you know, I'm just gonna bring him. He's getting older and he doesn't like to be apart from me that often, so I figured that I would just go ahead and see if I could find a place that took pets, and this one did. There was a little bit of a fee, but it wasn't too much. It was like $15, but they just ask you to not let the dog be on the furniture, which I understand, and you know, he has a backyard back here. So I brought his crate with us so that he can sit in there when I'm not home, but it is nice to kind of have this little backyard area. I know Airbnbs, it's kind of controversial, but they're, in my opinion, they're getting harder to find as far as something that you need, something that you like. I mean, it's obvious that cities are cracking down on them. This one is right in the middle of Zilker Park, so I love that because this is a part of Austin that I would like to be in, or that I always liked the most when I lived here, but I don't know that I spend a lot of time. So I think what I'll do is I'm gonna go get a couple of things to eat, get some water, to go to the Zilker. It's called Sunday Sessions, by the way. So if you're in Austin, it's most Sundays. You can follow her at Sunday Sessions ATX on Instagram to see when she's playing. I know she's taking a few weeks off after this, but it is a really cool vibe. If you're into house music, you just take your blanket, take some food. You know, I'm gonna take my journal and just journal, probably read some and just enjoy the atmosphere. So doing that tonight, and then he'll be fine here. He'll be inside. It was nice and cool in the air conditioning. And then tomorrow I'll probably go I'm thinking I'm gonna either rent an e-bike, do some Austin stuff. It's great because I don't have a timeline as far as when I need to get, or when I need to go back. I don't know what time I have to check out of here the day after tomorrow. I'll have to check, but I do like to leave Austin a little bit early in the morning anyway on the days that I leave, just because traffic can get pretty bad and it just will be a straight shot if I can just get there. But at first I thought about just coming down for the day, but with it being a 3-hour drive, I said, you know what, I'll make a little staycation out of it and just do all the Austin things I love to do. So that's what I'm gonna do today. This event I go to, it's gonna last until 10. I'm sure I'll stay until 10 or 10:30. It's just about being in a different atmosphere. Most of the Airbnb's kind of Austin chic. It's definitely an older home, but it has some cute character. So there were a couple places I could have chosen, but I did like that this one had a yard because it makes it easier. Gives me a little bit of a break from walking him, and he's still having fun wandering around. Look at him over there. Anyway, I'm gonna get off of here, unpack, figure out what I'm gonna wear, and I'll try to shoot some details from tonight. Interior of where I'm staying. It's a cute little 2-bedroom Airbnb. It gets the job done. I really just need a place to sleep. But they've done a good job just updating it as much as they can. It does have some of that Austin charm. Cute little bathroom, shower, zoom out. And then here's the main bedroom. Pretty good size. Looks like a king size bed. It's definitely bigger than the one I have. And then there's a second bedroom in here. Pretty cute. There's a little backyard here, which Baxter's loving. It's a cute little private backyard that's back here. You like it? Yes. Are you having fun? All right, I made it to Zilker for a little music in the park. It's so beautiful out here. I'm gonna just chill. I brought all my stuff with me. I'm gonna journal, brought my blanket. It's gonna be dope. Here at Sunday sessions at Zilker Park. It is such a vibe. The house music, just seeing people that I've met before and just enjoying the summer solstice time where the days are long. I mean, we're approaching 9 o'clock and it's still somewhat light outside. People are starting to dance and I'm just having a great time. To come to this yoga studio when I first moved to Austin back in 2017, and I loved it because of this big tree. Look how amazing it is. And I was like, oh my gosh, let me go by and see if I can take a class here. And then I looked online once I pulled up because it was empty and they closed down, I guess because of the pandemic. I think it was in 2020. It makes me so sad. I think they're still using it as an event space. Oh well, I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually gonna sit here in the quiet for a second and just appreciate the surroundings, and then I'll probably go rent an e-bike and just ride around first thing in the morning. What else is there to do? I am in the Bouldin Creek area. It's just off of South Congress. One of my things I love to do in the morning is to just get moving and to get some steps in because it helps make it easier for me to get my goals throughout the day. Right now I'm making it a point to walk around without headphones on so I can just listen to nature, right? It's super quiet. There's not a lot of people out here except for other walkers and runners. And it's just so beautiful. But one of my hacks is if you are on the fence about walking, it doesn't excite you. I personally love it, but I've had to get into the habit of it. A neighborhood that you love or a neighborhood that brings back good memories, walk through, look at the houses and think about the fun times you had. Maybe it's a neighborhood you wish that you lived in, but that will help kind of you extend your walk and make things longer, which only benefits you in the long run. And then also not using headphones on. You could do more of a meditative walk by doing that because you're just really attaching yourself to nature, which is something that I'm trying to do. So just a few tips. Behind me is the Goodwill Baptist Church that's here in Austin. It's in the Bouldin Creek area. Bouldin Creek was an area that after the Civil War and into the 1950s was inhabited by a lot of freed slaves here in Austin. And so even though people talk about how Austin isn't very diverse, there is some really good history here, Black history here. Unfortunately, the church, I think a year ago, they suspect that there was arson. So I don't know if they're trying to rebuild it, tearing it down, but it is a landmark. Something about this neighborhood, but I will say that when I did live in Austin, you do see a lot of this, because even where Highway 35 is, that goes kind of down the heart of the city, in the 50s, it was segregated. It was a segregated line. So a lot of the Black people had to live east of 35, and then everybody else lived west. However, in neighborhoods like you see like this, they've obviously been regentrified. Amongst the little bungalow houses that are here, there's also big mansions that are here. So trying to preserve some of that, I know in Austin has been somewhat of a challenge, because it is becoming one of a more, I don't know if it's the most expensive city in Texas. It's definitely one of the most expensive cities. Now here's some examples of the homes that have come up. They are pretty, they're definitely my vibe, but I don't know. It feels very haunted. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, I just stopped at Two Hands Coffee on South Congress, did like a good walk. I think I did about 32 minutes, had a chance to look at all the really cool homes in Bouldin Creek. I think what I'm gonna do now, because it's only 9:24, is maybe go rent an e-bike and ride around for a little bit. Austin just makes me want to be outside and just be in nature more. Since this is a little bit of a staycation, I just want to do some things that take my mind off of the stresses of life and things that are going on. So I'm gonna do that. If you are not familiar with Austin or have been thinking about coming here, there is a lot of things to do in nature. You can do a kayak on Lady Bird Lake. You can rent e-bikes. There's even little bikes that are floating bike things. You can check out the bats on the South Congress Bridge. They come out when the sun goes down during certain parts of the year, but they're definitely there during the summer. I'm trying to think of what else happened here that's really nice, but just a lot of trees. People are pretty cool here. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me. I can help you. People ask me all the time, what do you like better? Do you like Dallas or Austin? Honestly, the cities have two different vibes. I don't comparing apples to oranges, really. I mean, I would say Austin has a little bit of a Texas vibe, but also more of a California vibe. Just the older homes, the nature, the people to me are a little bit more laid back. Dallas is more big city, going out to eat, getting dressed up, shopping. It's just more spread out. Austin is smaller. I would say as far as shopping, Austin has most of the things that Dallas has. It's just Dallas has several locations because there are so many different areas of Dallas. Now, there's a lot of different neighborhoods that are cool to check out here. Clarksville. Right now, I'm in the Bouldin Creek area, just right off of South Congress. South Congress is cool to walk up and down. You can go into the boot store, try on boots. It smells so good. The leather smells so good. And then there's also a lot of really cool restaurants and food trucks here too, if that's your scene. So I'll try to get some footage too of Lady Bird Lake. I'm gonna go to the bike shop that I did. I was here, I mean, it was the dead of summer. It had to have been August of last year, maybe end of July, but it was July, August. And they were doing e-bike tours for a discounted rate. So I went and did an e-bike tour just because it was so hot. But it really was fun and you get some exercise in. So I'm gonna do that and just kind of ride around. And as far as safety, I really haven't experienced feeling unsafe. Now, with any cities, there's going to be areas that are different or things that happen, but just being around some of the more heavily populated areas, parts of the city, I haven't really had a lot of issues here. Homelessness, there are a lot of homeless people here, like in a lot of cities. I would say in Austin it's a little bit more elevated than most of Dallas, but I will say it's still not really anything that makes me feel unsafe. I mean, they're cool. And honestly, the homeless people here, they try to work. They'll try to wash your windshield and I don't know, they're just trying to make a way like the rest of us. So that's it. I'm gonna see what else I can get into and then get back to Baxter. Austin has a few dog-friendly hotels, by the way. I know the Line Hotel is dog-friendly, and so is the Van Zant. So 2 hotels. The Van Zant has a lot of construction going on around there right now. If you want to find a place that's pet-friendly, you can bring your dog with you for about the same cost, if not less than it would cost for you to take him to the babysitters. A break. Here's my e-bike that I rented. I stopped here on the South Congress Bridge just because it's so beautiful. You can see in the distance all the homes in the hills, and then the Austin skyline. Well, Baxter and the squirrel are having a showdown right now. Oh no. What is he gonna do? Don't jump down here, little guy. Look at him. Look at him looking at me. Baxter. Oh no. All right, Baxter and I are about to head home. It's been a great couple of days here in Austin. By the way, I have like 5 of these tops, so I hope people don't think I'm wearing the same thing all the time. Probably nobody noticed until I said anything. But it was so nice to just get away and to see friends and do some of the things I used to do some of the outdoorsy, naturey things here in Zilker, renting the e-bike, going to the event in Zilker Park with the music, and caught up with one of my friends last night, went to Vince Young's Steakhouse and just had a really nice low-key dinner. About to head back to Dallas. I know a lot of people typically ask me about, hey, do you like Dallas or Austin better? I'm gonna do a video just kind of on my thoughts on both cities. I like both cities. I could live in both of them. If I could live in one part of the year and one the other, I would do it. But there are some differences, so I'll try to do a video on that, so stay tuned. But thank you so much for joining me on this journey, on this little, I call it a staycation, but I don't know if a staycation is if you stay in your city that you live in. But I guess since I used to live here, it's a staycation. But it's been a great time. If you like this content, it would help me a ton if you would like it and subscribe. If you want to get in the car and head home, it should take about 3 hours. So I'll be home probably by noon, 12:30. So that shouldn't be bad. I'll have time to get everything situated and all of that. So bye to the little Austin house. It's been so cute, so cozy. The backyard was perfect for Baxter. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment or let me know. Send me a DM.